Hello everyone, the Kentucky Patriot here, right on the range. Beautiful day. So glad to be out here getting ready to test the Sinter Fire rounds, but this time in 45 ACP. If you watched some previous videos where I tested these rounds, my wife was at the store, and back when, you know, with all this pandemic and everything going on, we had some problems getting any kind of self-defense rounds, any kind of rounds, period, for a handgun. But just so happened she was at the store and found them. I think it was in 40 caliber, and there was a box of these. I'd never heard of them, and she got a box, and I tested them. Well, the really neat thing about this is these were self-defense rounds, but they were priced at what your normal just target rounds is. Your full metal jackets are priced, so that was fantastic. So to find the self-defense rounds then was amazing, especially at that price. So then we tested them again. She found some 9mm later on, and now ammo's starting to get more available. You can find them in different calibers, but I never was able to find them in 45 ACP. I think I'd mentioned that in the last video, and we had tested them in 9 and in 40. Well, the gentleman reached out to me. I won't mention his name. I don't know if he wants me to mention it or not, but he just reached out to me privately and said that he was the CEO of Sinter Fire, and that he would be happy to send me some 45 ACP to test. So I was thrilled. I thought, man, that was super nice. I was absolutely ecstatic. Well, then come to find out, he sends me a message a day or two later and says he's sending this block too. So not only did he send me the ammo, he sent me this gelatin clear ballistics gel, and it's the real deal. I'll show you the sticker there if I think about it, but it's to the FBI standards, so it is fantastic. I put a little heat on it and to get the wrinkles out of it, and it is ready to rock and roll. So we're super excited. So thank you so much. And you know, I never ask you really anything of this channel. I don't have a Patreon or anything like that, but I really do enjoy this stuff. But I've never got to shoot ballistics gel, so him giving me this opportunity, and I think that's really speaks a lot for a company that will send their product to an independent channel for you to see. It's not, you know, in their labs. It's not them doing a commercial. This is literally, they sent this to me just to do an independent test. So if you would, check these guys out, Sinter Fire. And like I said, I'm not endorsed by them. They're not paying me, but they literally sent me this ammo, and they sent me another box as well. And then they also sent me this clear ballistics gel for your enjoyment and our learning experience, and to see how they perform. And again, this is in 45 ACP. The gun we'll be using today is the Colt Competition government model 5-inch barrel. And let's get to some shooting and see how she does in some ballistics gel. Once you take a look at these rounds, they were new to me when I first bought them. Like I said, my wife got them a while back, and they were new to me when we first tested them. And they look like your typical hollow point, but these are reduced ricochet. And what happens is it reduces collateral damage chances, or whatever the case may be. So even though it is a hollow point, if you haven't seen my other two videos, you'll see here in a minute, it doesn't perform like a normal hollow point. And like I said, it reduces the chance of over penetration or things that may happen. But I'm real excited to try this. Like I said, I was thrilled with the 9mm and 40. So if this 45 ACP performs like they do, like I think it will, you'll see in the ballistics gel, and there's no trick camera. What you see is what you're going to get. Independent test. Like I said, out here on the range today, we're going to try to set the GoPro, get different angles, and see what this 45 ACP Sinter Fire round out of a Colt 5-inch government model, what it does in this ballistics gel block. Colt 45 5-inch government model, 45 ACP Sinter Fire rounds versus gel block. Even before I took my first shot, when I told you, when a manufacturer sends their product to an independent review, you know, to somebody to get an independent review, they're pretty sure of their product. And here's the thing, there's nothing to be said about this. I mean, you see the results for yourself. Everything you could possibly want in a self-defense round. Literally, look at this wound channel. Look at the fragmentation. I know a lot of times fragmentation isn't what you want, but in this case it is. Look at these wound channels. Look how it opens up. Look at this. I wish I'd have brought a tape measure, but I'm a big guy. This is my arm here, so this area here. And what's amazing, and I'm just going to hit this real quick, because people says there's no such thing as temporal and you know, the wound channel, what happens is there's a permanent and then there's a temporary. And if you watch it in slow motion, what happens is when it first goes in, you'll get this hydrostatic shock effect. But if you look at this little hole here, it does not look like a 45 ACP. I mean, it doesn't. It looks like a 22. That's what happens. You have a temporal cavity and then a permanent cavity. But there's the entry point. And as you come up here on top, hope it doesn't get a glare. I tried to get this as clear as I could, but I want you to look at that wound channel. Look at that. So you have a lot of projectiles making a lot of different wounds. Now on a typical hollow point, a lot of times you don't want fragmentation. You want the jacket and everything to hold together. But this round, check this out. You still got a large mass projectile. I may get it out and I may weigh it and I'll find the grain of what that projectile is. But this is the ultimate in self-defense when you get this kind of wound channel with these kind of fragments with this kind of large mass projectile going. And this did not exit the block. So that's what they advertise, is you basically won't have ricochet. It reduces the chances of that and over penetration, because some of those will go through, you know, all these, you know, blocks of gel, but they don't fragment, they don't mushroom out. This is everything you could ever ask for in a self-defense round. And like I said, it's not just I'm blowing smoke or I'm not just saying this because they were nice enough to send me a gel block or they were nice enough to send me a couple boxes of ammo. You see the results here for yourself. I think what we're going to do, I want to do it one without shooting any more, just so you could actually, and look at the fragmentation. If somebody gets hit with all this, that is a bad day. But I'm going to try to set it up again real quick. And what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to put some denim on here and shoot it again. But to have a self-defense round that fragments, that goes that far to get to the vital organs, that won't ricochet, that won't over penetrate, Sinter Fire, you guys have knocked it out of the park. And I mean, I knew it was going to be good, but I'm telling you, this is amazing. And this is what I really like about this ballistics gel, is like when I shoot water jugs a lot, it kind of tells you what it tells you about expansion and fragmentation when you find fragments like this, but it doesn't show you the wound cavity like this. So thank you so much for this gel block. You see it here with your own eyes. I'm going to set it up again, and we'll shoot it again with a couple layers of denim, and let's see the results. Now, I specifically didn't shoot it with denim first because I wanted you to see just the bullet and the gel. But what we've done is we actually flipped the gel block around, so I'm going to be shooting the opposite direction than I did last time, and we're going to try it with its 2 layers of denim. It's just a pair of pants cut off jean, and it's just up against it, so it's actually 2 layers. And I'm going to try to put my shot up and to the left a little bit so I don't hit the same pattern as the other one, but here we go. Here's the point of entry, 2 layers of denim. Here is, you can see it took a little bit of denim with it, a little bit of blue there. And actually you can see a little bit of blue here in this gel block. And these gel blocks are amazing. They're not sticky. I mean, they're solid. I mean, these things are unbelievably awesome. But look at here, literally no deviation whatsoever with the FBI protocol of, I think FBI might be 4 layers. I think I just used 2, but this is FBI rated gel, 2 layers of denim. Look at this fragmentation. You're talking that's the vitals, and here is your mass projectile. And I did fail to mention, I want to let you know, these are 155 grain is what they're advertised. I did not weigh them, but I did notice when I picked one up, they felt very light for caliber, and I looked on the box and it said they are 155 grain, so that is pretty light for a 45 ACP. But I am telling you, these are fantastic. And I will tell you this, I have had other ammo companies send me ammo, and I've done independent tests, so it's not just like, well, if they send me something, I'm going to brag on it. This is as good as it gets, folks. You're seeing it with your own eyes. Like I said, there's no gimmicks, there's no trick cameras. What you see is what you get. Look at this wound cavity. Look at the width of this wound channel on both of these. The wound channel is amazing. The fragmentation is fantastic. You got each of these. Look at these 1, 2, 3, 4 wound channels here. Then your main wound channel here. That will certainly reach your vital organs, and this is again is after passing through the denim. So she may want to get it on the side here, and that was the first one. And then what I'm going to do while she's got the camera there, tell me when you're ready. I'm going to spin this block around so you can see it from this side really good. Then if she wants to get it one more time for the top, I don't know if I angle that, if that helps any with glare or anything, because I can see it perfect. I mean, it's clear as glass, but I don't know how sometimes the camera will pick up things that I don't see. But anyway, I'll talk to you a minute and conclude this video, but I couldn't be happier with the results. If you've watched this channel, you know I never really ask for anything. I do ask that you like, share, and subscribe. I'll give some shout outs to friends and some good people that I think you'll benefit from following, but I never ask you for anything. But I would ask that you would please check these guys out. And like I said, they didn't have to do this. I didn't ask for anything. They volunteered, and they they paid for the shipping, the gel block, the ammunition, and everything. All I had to do was come up here and mow and get everything set up. They took care of it all. And what they're doing is standing by their product saying, hey, we're going to send this out for you to test, and all the viewers and your audience will get to see how our product performs. And he didn't have to send that gel block. He could have just sent the ammo, and I'd have been thrilled. And you know, and he paid for shipping. He paid for everything. And I would ask you, if you like what you saw today, if you enjoyed the video, if you see the results here, test out for yourself. I mean, like I said, there's no trick camera. Sorry, these bugs are terrible, but you know, what you see is what you get. So if you would, check out these companies and help them out that help us out. And it's just a win-win for everybody. But I do really appreciate them sending this. God bless you. I enjoyed it so much. First time I've ever got to shoot gel, and I really enjoyed it. But if you would, like I said, I don't really ask for much. I don't have a Patreon or anything, but I would ask you to like, share, and subscribe. It really means so much to us. I'm really trying to get to the 10,000 subscriber mark. If you would help us do that, it would really mean a lot. Just like, share, and subscribe. We don't have a Patreon. We don't ask for money. We're just asking that you would just help us, help the channel, and get the word out, and support the folks that support us. And Sinter Fire, they're new to me. Like I said, we just the rounds my wife got a while back was the first time I'd ever heard of them. So they're kind of new to me, but what I have seen and tested, I am just thrilled. So do me a favor, check them out. I'll leave the link in the description below, but it's Sinter Fire, SINTERFIRE. Check them out. Leave the link in the description below. May God bless you. The Kentucky Patriot signing off.